This is the entrance to St. Mary's Hospital, and every morning for 6 months, a dog nobody recognized sat at the bottom of these steps and watched those doors. He just appeared one Tuesday morning in October. A nurse checked for a collar on her way in. Nothing. She looked around for an owner. Nobody. The security guard tried to move him that afternoon, walked him 3 steps away and let go. The guard looked at him for a long moment, then went back inside. By the end of the first day, the whole hospital knew about him. Nobody had answers. On the second night, the temperature dropped near freezing. He stayed. On the third morning, someone brought him water. He drank it, then looked back up at the doors. 2 weeks passed. The staff stopped trying to move him and started taking care of him instead. Someone left a blanket on the 10th night. He moved onto it immediately, like he had been waiting for exactly that. By the end of October, he had a name, a food bowl, a water bowl, and an unofficial team of staff whose morning routine now included checking on a dog nobody could explain. He watched every single person who came through those doors, every visitor, every patient, every delivery driver, all day, every day, without ever once looking away for long. When the first frost came, he was already sitting in it before the morning shift arrived, breath coming out in small clouds in the cold air, completely still, completely focused. The hospital officially let him stay on November 8th. The administrator made the announcement outside. The dog sat 3 feet away. December arrived, and with it the first snow. A local news crew showed up the week before Christmas. He glanced at them once, then went back to watching the doors. They filmed him for 2 hours. He did not perform for them a single time. The story aired that evening. By the next morning, people were driving from other towns just to come and see him. He accepted their attention calmly, then went back to watching the doors. On Christmas Eve, the staff hung fairy lights above his spot. Someone left a stocking full of treats. On Christmas Day, a family brought their 3 kids specifically to visit him. He was gentle with every single one of them. January, February, the snow kept coming. He kept sitting. A vet made weekly visits. Her verdict every time was the same. Physically healthy, no signs of illness, just waiting for something nobody could identify. 4 months in, and the morning routine was locked. Fresh food, fresh water, clean blanket. The national news picked it up in late February. Bigger crews, more cameras, more questions nobody could answer. He ignored all of it with the same calm he brought to everything. Care packages started arriving from around the country. Food, blankets, toys. A journalist asked a nurse what she thought he was waiting for. She was quiet for a moment, then said she didn't know, but whatever it was, she really hoped it showed up. March. The snow started melting. 5 months now. The city had stopped asking questions and simply accepted him as part of the place, his spot as permanent as the steps themselves. A child somewhere in the country sent him a handwritten letter. A nurse read it out loud to him on the steps one afternoon. His head tilted slightly as she read. The hospital unveiled a small plaque on the wall near the entrance in his honor. A local official gave a short speech. The dog yawned during it and went back to watching the doors. A documentary crew arrived from out of state in early April. Professional equipment, a full team. He sat through their entire setup without moving from his spot by even an inch. April 18th started exactly like every other morning, except the people who knew him could tell immediately that something was different. He was more upright than usual, more focused, ears further forward. Word moved through the hospital quietly and quickly the way it does when something is about to happen and nobody wants to say it out loud in case saying it out loud ruins it. And 6 months of stillness ended in one single instant. She was thin, pale from 6 months inside, moving carefully with a cane. She dropped to her knees on the cold concrete and wrapped both arms around him as tightly as she could. The staff in the doorway didn't speak. The crowd in the car park didn't speak. The news camera kept rolling. Nobody said a word. He had known. Every single morning for 6 months, he had known she was somewhere inside that building, and he had waited every single day, without question. without leaving. She lifted her head and saw his spot for the first time. The worn blanket, the food bowl, the water bowl, the pile of cards and letters sent by strangers she had never met and probably never would. A nurse sat beside her on the steps and told her everything. The first morning, the security guard, the blanket on the cold night, the snow, the news crews, the 6 months. The staff lined up to say goodbye one by one. Every person who had fed him and sat with him and checked on him through the long winter. He let each one have their moment. The security guard went last. They walked across the car park together, her with her cane, him at her exact pace, not an inch ahead, not an inch behind. Halfway across, he stopped, turned around, and looked back at the entrance. The empty spot, the automatic doors, the plaque on the wall. The car pulled slowly out of the car park, turned onto the street, and was gone.